Welcome to the Miami Sports Vibes YouTube channel. Here breaking down another Miami Dolphins loss, starting the season 0-2, losing to the New England Patriots 33-27. And wow, man, this is I just can't believe it, man. Yet again, it's just the way they lose, man. Heartbreaking loss, man. I feel for the Dolphin fans that were in attendance to that game. I mean, the fact that you guys have watched that in person and now have to drive home, that was something, man. Talk about an emotional freaking roller coaster of a game. I mean, you get punched in the mouth twice to start this game, right? You're down 12-0. Tua throws an interception, but then it gets called back, to begin the game. Dolphins look like they figure some things out. They clean some things out a bit. The offense starting to look a little bit better. Tua's getting the ball out quick. Tua is feeding a lot of his guys. You finally saw Tyreek have a nice completion for over 40 yards. You finally saw Tyreek have a game where he had 100 and plus yards as well. Jalen Waddle with a touchdown. Jalen Waddle got into the mix. Malik Washington catching and rushing the football. So you saw a little bit of some trickery there with him. Devon Achane continues to be the bright spot of this Dolphins offense over the last couple seasons, both catching and running the football. And you start to get your hopes up, right? They clean some things up. Although the first half, you shot yourself in the foot, which is bad. But they adjusted. So I like that. But I also didn't like that the Dolphins gave up, I think it was like 22. I'll pull it up. 22 minutes of possession. Time of possession, 22-7 at halftime in favor of New England. That is something that I've talked about on my show, on my streams, on all of it. I cannot stand when you don't dominate time of possession, let alone when it is that lopsided of 22-7. Terrible. Dolphins defense, though, did not do their job, honestly. I thought they gave up way too many plays to Drake May, getting out there to run. Way too many plays to Ramondre Stevenson, both catching and running the football. Their inability to get stops, the timely ones. I saw third down conversions executed way too many times from New England. I saw a fourth down conversion executed. I saw, little screens where we're able to just wrap some guy up and not get home. I mean, Drake May over there, like Jalen Phillips almost had him for a sack. Drake May steps in the pocket and delivers a big throw to Ramondre Stevenson. There was just so many just gut-wrenching plays where it just hurts your freaking stomach, man. So many almost plays. So many of those today. And it was just terrible, man. It was terrible to witness. But I was ready for the second half. I will tell you. I thought we were going to see this Dolphins defense give up probably 6 points or less, to be honest with you. I thought the Dolphins were going to take over. I thought they got, all that disgusting play out of the way. But the same things continued over the second half, and especially when pressure got at its highest, then you start seeing the penalties rack up by this Miami Dolphins team, which was absolutely inexcusable. The amount of false starts, the amount of plays where we're giving up so much pressure, where Tua is under pressure constantly. We're giving up sacks, Tua throwing an interception late in the game, the inability to keep your timeouts late into the football game. Achane stepping out of bounds. The Dolphins getting a 74-yard punt return rather, but then giving up a 90-yard kick return right after that. Gut-wrenching stuff, man. Gut-wrenching stuff that us as a fan base continue to freaking deal with. I'm pretty sure that every fan of the NFL, not even just Dolphin fans, just casual NFL fans watching this game, even if they were watching at Red Zone, I think they could probably say, damn, I feel bad for the Dolphin fans at this point. If there was any time, I think it's now. I mean, my goodness, man. We're already a team that hasn't won a playoff game in 25 freaking years. When you think about that, being the only team that hasn't won in that long is embarrassing. Meaning that all the teams that you think suck, that we make fun of as Dolphin fans probably for so many years, hell, they've won playoff games before us, including the New York freaking Jets, including the Raiders, Cardinals, Saints, Browns, all the teams that you think you can make fun of, they've all won a playoff game before us. This shit is embarrassing, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It really is, man. It's truly, listen, I'm just venting here because I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way, man. It's just heartbreaking stuff. It's heartbreaking stuff. It's just the way they do this to us, the way they lose. I was ready to talk about positives, man, because there were some positives here, man. There were some positives. There were. Tyreek Hill, I thought, played his butt off today. I liked what I saw from Tyreek Hill. Hell, I don't even think he got the ball enough. I thought Tua definitely sailed some passes over his head, didn't throw the ball to him enough, and didn't utilize him enough. Hell, the big play that was a 40-yard gain, Tyreek had to come back because that was a little bit of an underthrow. I thought Tyreek played awesome. But, man, you see the frustration in him. You see the frustration in him for sure. Tyreek is a baller, man. I know I want him out of this football team, but that's because of who he is as a person and what he's doing and quitting on his team the year before. I don't think he defines what a leader is, but his talent on the football field, I never talk about that. The dude is an absolute stud. He's an absolute stud, man. Let's talk about the game. Let's break down the final box score here and just chop it up. Let's chop it up, man. So first things first, this is where I want to show the team stats. That's most important. So the Dolphins losing 33-27. First thing that pops out to me, as I mentioned, the third down efficiency, 7 for 12 for New England and only 4 of 10 for Miami. Got to be better than that. Fourth down efficiency, 1 for 1 for New England, 0 for 2 for Miami. We won in the passing yard department. Like to see that, no doubt. Dolphins offensive line gave up 5 sacks. Hate to see that. The rushing, as I mentioned, Ramondre Stevenson, Drake May, Gibson, everybody was running on this Miami Dolphins defense. They finished up with 122 yards to 61 only from us. Look at the rushing attempts, man. We talk about this team wanting to be more physical, wanting to run the football more. 29 rushing attempts to 15, and they won the football game. Right? Come on, man. Come on. I mentioned it. The 3 keys to victory, right? You got to get home with the pass rush. I felt like the pass rush was not there enough today, and Drake May absolutely picked this defense apart with his legs, throwing the football, making smart decisions, and taking care of the football, most importantly, not turning the ball over. And he's a guy who had 2 turnovers the previous week, so he adjusted. What else did I mention? Winning the turnover battle. The Dolphins didn't do that. They threw an interception, and they turned the ball over, and the Patriots did not. And I always talk about time of possession. Look what it ended up. Favor of New England by about 7 minutes there. 33-26. I mean, come on, man. But most importantly, yes, New England's on the left side. They had 12 penalties, but don't worry about that. Worry about yourself. 10 penalties for the Miami Dolphins team. They had 3 at halftime, mind you. So 7 of those. 7 penalties in the second half. When you're trying, at that point, you should be cleaning things up and playing better football in the second half to win yourself a football game. Absolutely inexcusable. And this falls on coaching, man. This really does. This really freaking does. So looking at the box score, Tua threw for 315 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Looked like he played a solid freaking game, but honestly, I thought he sailed some passes. I thought he missed a couple wide open people that you probably could have got a first down, especially when I looked back at a couple of plays later. Devon Achane, 11 carries for 30. I still don't understand why you don't run the ball more with Devon Achane, but that's neither here or there. Malik Washington also carried the ball for 23. Ollie Gordon, 1 carry for 8. Come on, man. You got to give him the ball more, man. You got to. Tyreek Hill, as I mentioned, 6 receptions for 109 yards, and I thought he could have had more. This game, Tyreek gets a pass, and Devon Achane as well. He ran the ball. He received the ball, 92 yards, 8 receptions. I know he stepped out of bounds, and that is the huge play that we're going to be looking back at as Dolphin fans. Like, damn, we could have won that game had Devon Achane not step out of bounds. But there's more to it than that, man. We lost this game not because of Achane, all right? Because his touchdown score, you probably think he shouldn't have scored, but just that will and determination from Achane that we also saw last week, he gets huge credit. Jalen Waddle got into the end zone today. That was nice to see. 5 receptions for 68 yards. But other than that, man, look at the defensive side of the football. Giving up 5 receptions and 88 yards to Ramondre Stevenson, while he had 54 yards rushing. This dude had over 130 total yards. Ramondre Stevenson, not Trayvon Henderson. Ramondre Stevenson. Absolutely killed us today. I mentioned on the pregame stream, I talked about Harold Landry, how he had, 2 sacks last week, a couple tackles for a loss, and he delivered with a sack as well today. It sucks, man. It really, really freaking sucks. Talk about, I feel like it's a new set of rock bottom for this Dolphins team and for this Dolphins fan base. Now we're looking at who's to blame. Because, yes, Mike McDaniel gets a lot of blame, but the issues that we have as a Dolphins fan base and a Dolphins team and organization, you name it, it's just more. It's more than just Mike McDaniel. It's more. It starts from up top, man. It really freaking does. And this team needs to find a way how to stop putting Band-Aids on things and strip it all down. Once we strip it all down, that's when things are going to be better for us. Until then, we're probably going to keep seeing the same thing that we have seen over the last 20 plus years. Constant Band-Aids. And guess what happens with Band-Aids? They start to just lose a grip and they fall off. They're not stable. They're not steady. I hold Chris Grier accountable. The product that we put on the field, his inability to draft successfully years and years and years and put the right team, build the right offensive line, not cater to his coach so much, not being able to make his own decisions. Chris Grier gets blamed for that. Mike McDaniel gets blamed for his play calling, for his inability to manage the clock right, to burn timeouts left and right, to not get the plays out on time, to call just ridiculous calls all the time and lack of running the ball, and also losing your locker room because you don't hold players accountable as well. Letting Tyreek get away with what he got away with last year is ridiculous. That's why Jalen Ramsey wanted out, and all of these guys. You don't think they were right? They were right. Come on, man. Come on. And then Tua, your quarterback, his inability to execute when things get rough, right? You as a quarterback have to deliver even if those other guys can't put that offensive line in front of you, can't get the right play calls. You still have to deliver and protect yourself and protect the football. Turning the ball over is on you. You hurting yourself and getting yourself concussed because you're not throwing the ball away is on you. You're not staying on the field because of your decision-making is on you. So it's all three of them, man. All three of them, I think, get equal blame. And I think when you get rid of one and you keep the other, I just think we're out on the same damn boat at the end of the day. It's just, when is it going to sink? That's the question. You get a Band-Aid there, but when is it going to sink? Guys, I'm frustrated. I'm just venting. Let me know what you guys think, man. We got Buffalo on a short week. I expect Mike McDaniel to probably get let go anytime from here until the next Sunday, because you might want to just fire him now, or you wait until we lose to Buffalo and we go to 0-3, because Buffalo, I just can't see this team possibly beating Buffalo unless Buffalo says, you know what, hey, let's just tank it so the Dolphins think they're good and keep these guys around. That way we could beat up on them. That's the only scenario. There's no way we just beat them unless they let us win because they're playing chess, not checkers. That's the only thing I can give you. But other than that, man, I'm looking at Mike McDaniel, seeing when they pull the plug. But the good thing is Stephen Ross was in attendance. And at some point, he's got to be sick and he's got to notice what this Dolphin fan base is saying on social media, on YouTube, everywhere. We all want the same thing at this point. We want better days. We all want these guys gone. When are we going to strip it down and do it the right way? That's what we're all hoping for. Listen, I mentioned this was a house money season. We either do well or we don't do well and we get rid of these guys and we clean house. But we got to do it right. Let's see how it goes. Guys, subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up to support the show. I appreciate you guys tuning in and letting me vent to you and you guys just coping. We're together on this, all right? We're together on this. I'll see you guys for the live stream for the preview this week. Keep it locked into my channel as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.